Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello. Computer is winding. How will the connection be today? Today we're going to talk about a whole bunch of space news and some new things that are occurring. Hope to get some new faces today. Hope to get at least one face today. There he goes. Oh, none but the best. How's it going, brother? Shadrach Plays. Nice to see you, man. Working hard? I've been so busy, bro. I gotta get up to your channel and check it out. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Thanks, man. I'm gonna be talking about space news today. A lot of new stuff, man. Spy plane going up tomorrow. X-37B. NASA space plane. A bunch of new stuff. Should be pretty interesting. And since it's only you that's here, it's probably going to be just mano to mano, I guess. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So how's that COVID treating you, bro? How's your family and everything? I hope you guys are dealing with the pandemic okay. A1, man. There are some people coming in. Best UFO Brews. All right. Thank you very much. Love you for it. Thanks, Spain. Thank you very much, Spain. If Spain is in the house. Gracias, España. Yeah, man. You rock, bro. Thanks a lot. We'll be talking about some news today, actually. Some space news, some new stuff coming in. Right? There's my friend Carefree Observatory. Just got back from Home Depot. I should go pro a visit, law. Yes. Actually, yeah, go pro a visit. Appear on his... Yeah, that's what Marty's doing. As of early this morning. Marty gets up before me. And he starts off on his journey of his construction. He's getting there. 569 subs. Today, when this is done, bro, you'll be up to 575. Bit by bit, getting people interested in going to Marty's observatory. Marty and I are in this for the long haul. Big projects, big secret space projects Marty and I will be doing together. I'm making spaghetti sauce after this, Marty. Going to make a good spaghetti sauce. It's fast, so I can get onto the videos right away. I feel like making crazy amounts of videos today, drastically getting in. Thanks to all patrons. Sorry, I never get it right. I say patrons. Thanks to all patrons and the ones who reach the Patreon page. There'll be some gifts being given out there also, and I will be getting some unique videos up there. Here's the thing. My Patreon page, all the videos that I post here on YouTube, you guys know I limit myself in saying everything straight up about NASA and stuff because we're limited. So what I'm going to be doing is often enough popping up videos on Patreon page to talk more in detail, maybe be more opened up, and to maybe show some things that I wouldn't dare show on YouTube because I'm actually capturing certain events that I think, I just don't want to spoil anything for national security. I'm starting to think that maybe not all of these events are alien, and some of the events that I'm capturing, sometimes that's why I'm careful with what I say about them, not to talk about other countries like Russia and China. I mean, say to yourself, every bloody country is spying on each other. That's just my opinion, right? And I know it, right? I believe it, let's just say. So if they're spying on other countries, sometimes there's stuff, they're doing it through space now, all the satellite launches and everything. We're going to get into that today, a lot about some space news to see what's new on the space platform. A lot of new stuff coming and appearing. It's actually pretty crazy. Holy smokes. We don't actually have anybody here today. It was pretty quiet. Hello from Russia. Thank you for the content. Thank you, Russia, for coming by here. I love you guys down in Russia. The first amazing things that I heard about space were Russian videos. Russia talks a lot about the space projects and stuff, and I love it. So awesome if you can speak some English and understand the language. Thanks for appreciating the videos. Russia, always welcome here. Every part of Russia is always welcome here. Thank you very much. Hello, Bruce. Taba, Thomas, bas plus. Comment ça va? How are you, brother? James 4488. Hey, no, how's it going? Hi from, of course, Scotland. Get people in from Scotland. Top of the morning to you. Thanks a lot, Scotland, for tuning in. Thanks for watching the videos, you guys. I'll say hi to a couple of you, and then we'll get into some really interesting space news. A couple of minutes of some events. You know, it's been really quiet in space. Well, actually, on the news side of everything, and with the COVID virus and everything, not a lot of things are being said. Probably a lot of space projects were put on hold, or obviously they're doing all these projects and they're not telling us about them. And that's, you know, what's coming is we're going to see a lot. They're talking about exploring and mining the moon now for its resources. A whole pack of other countries have just as much opportunity. China, Japan now is joining in that. We're going to talk about that later too. A couple of programs, interesting programs that are coming up. I don't know how they're going to deal with the aliens, but, you know, this makes you wonder. Hi, Darla. Thanks, Darla. This makes you wonder, right, about everything that they're doing on the moon. It's going to come to the point where they're going to have to meet, right? Whatever's on the moon that we're seeing that I've been showing you guys, at one point, something's going to have to come up. If they're going to be landing on the moon and literally amongst these structures and everything, if at any point, and they probably will say that they will try to land on the moon, it's obviously not going to be ever on the side where we can see them. Probably. If it is, we're going to see it for sure, because any type of explosion or activity that would be on the moon will be seen. Hi, Glenn Curley. He's early. Thanks a lot, man, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Lots. I was looking at the news this morning, Glenn. A whole crap load of stuff going on in the news this morning. Well, this week, actually. Hey, Jim Schutz. Jim Schutz. How's it going, Jim? Thanks, man, for stopping by. We have Hoser 1665 from Scotland. Evening. I'm a bit late. No, you're right on time, brother. 1:14, or my friend. You can see the icon there. Yeah, brother. Yeah, it's 1:14 here in the afternoon. And I was on a little late. I usually start around 1 o'clock, and I started only around 1:10 or 1:08, something like that. So I got a couple people from Scotland here in the house. Thanks a lot. Darla just shared Marty's channel. Marty, Carefree Observatory. A guy fell in love with my research. We hit it off as friends. He's a really good guy. He went and invested in a 16-inch telescope. This occurred while he was doing a project, the rebuilding of his house, while maintaining his construction company and people. And then the COVID came. Now he's building basically by himself. And like once in a while he has a helper with him. I know that's what he's doing, up and down the ladders. And let's go. So when I talk about Carefree Observatory every time, it's because I want you guys to be understanding that he's my partner. You guys can go check him out. He's a work partner. We do everything together to share our work, but this channel is not going to change, and Marty's going to have his own unique channel too, but we'll be sharing everything. So when I find something, I'm going to be telling Marty, well, I found something, and I'll explain to him exactly how I did it. He's going to try the same tests. So Marty's actually going to try to reproduce the same work that I'm doing with his 16-inch telescope. So it's not like I'm hiding it, and if you can do better, even better. I mean, I just want more and more people to be interested in all the research. Just so interesting. Thank you, VW Blue Sky. Nice to have you here. I'll be getting some more videos up for you guys right after this. As far as the moon mining, yes, some of the new that was in the news. It's a bit of what I wanted to talk about. There's likely been conversation with the aliens already. See, that's the thing. That's what I want to bring up, Glenn. Thanks a lot for mentioning it. It could absolutely be that the first contact was done, and maybe not as long ago as we thought. Or, like you say, it was done a long time ago, and this is part of the 100-year plan or 50-year plan to start formulating ways to get to the moon and to join in those projects from either other beings and stuff. This is something very farly, too complex for most people. You know, it's a bit too much for some people. Even for me, when I think of it, I'm like, yeah, it's a lot to try to start this channel and to explain to people that there's another society on the moon. But, you know, it's just proof after proof that we're seeing all the time. We're seeing proof all the time. And, you know, there's no two ways about it. There's no doubting it. But, yeah, Glenn, that's the interesting thing. Have they made contact recently, before? Was it them that came to us? Was it us when we went up there 50, 60 years ago and we're turned away from the moon? They're probably never going to mention it, but it sure is as hell interesting, I'll tell you that. Thomas, 19h15, in Paris. Un grand merci, mon ami, de Paris. Comment ça va, vous autres, dans votre bout, Thomas? Maudit COVID, puis tout, là, c'est ridicule, désinformation. On regarde, c'est comme un film, hein? Thanks for being here, Mr. Thomas Busplu from Paris, France. Do you know about Russian ufologist Vadim Chernobrov? No, I've heard of him. I think so. He's a legendary explorer here. Organized a whole school. Stalker. I'll take the name down, though. My friend from Russia. Russian, Vadim Chernobrov. I'm going to write it down. I'll check him out. That's my goal, man, is to connect with other ufologists in other countries. It's not easy, right? Have a guy I know in French, Sylvano Trotta. That's what he's doing, Sylvano. Which, by the way, is Sylvano had a lot less subscribers than me. And I said, hey, I'll give him a real boost by letting him have an interview with me and stuff. I think it's me that's going to want to interview with him now, because he's at 102,000 subscribers this morning, and he's been getting about 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers a day. But yeah, he's connecting a lot of ufologists in Spain and in France with the English side and the French side, Italian ufologists, and now you say there's Russian ufologists. There's obviously ufologists in every country, and a lot of the ufology and the ways and techniques of studying differ, but there's a lot of similarities in a lot of the ways ufologists in many countries do the work. And this is how I'm learning, by just watching the videos. You don't have to speak Russian to enjoy space videos. That's the beautiful thing. As for you guys that can come here and enjoy my videos, even if you don't necessarily understand everything that I'm saying. Kuda Viorica. Awesome. Thank you very much. Hello. From Quebec. Thanks for being here. Laura. Hello. American AWOL. 1:15 a.m. Saturday morning here. What's up, Bruce and everyone? How are you doing, brother? Things are doing pretty good here. Considering the weather is crap. I got lights on right now in the afternoon. It's just so dreadfully gloomy here. Rain on the way. Dabs Anonymous. Hello, Bruce and all. Spokane, Washington, USA is in the house. Always a pleasure, Dabs. Love you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Welcome. Romania is in our chat room. Where is someone from Romania? I didn't see that. That's funny. I did not see that at all. If someone's from Romania, welcome, Romania. If someone is here from Romania. Dana Shiver, please smash that like button. I love you, Dana. You're a sweetheart. Thank you very much, Dana, for the ongoing support to the channel, for liking it, for appreciating it. Just posted 2 4K videos recently to get some nice footage. By the way, I forgot to mention, guys, that was April footage that I was able to get. Thanks a lot for taking the time to check it out. Dana, thank you so much. Darla, here's my 2 cents worth for the Moon Master. Thank you very much. You're so sweet to call me the Moon Master, which just the trolls hate it so much. So I would suggest that you continue calling me that, please. I appreciate that. Makes me feel good, Darla. You know it. I'm not the Moon Master, but you know, hearing it. I just know that you guys appreciate it. That's the coolest part. Dana Shiver, you beat me. Competition. Yes, there should be competition between you. No, I'm kidding. So taking 2 seconds while the feed is slowed down here. That's rare. Hello, Leonardo. Tori Napoli. Thank you, man. Thanks, man. I love you for it. It's all thanks to you, Leonardo. Tori Napoli. For everything that you're doing, bro. I love you to pieces for it, man. The ongoing support. You've been supporting my other channel, my friends' channels too. Even supporting everything I've been doing. And I love you guys to pieces. It's absolutely videos from space. What do you guys think of that? There's going to be companies that just signed. This just happened. Companies signed a deal together to launch the first Earth TV satellite in 2021. So they're saying in 4K, very stunning detail, we should be able to see Earth TV. So that should be interesting to see if they're going to do that in 2021. We'll see if they do. I really don't know if they're going to be doing that. Jim Schutz, those latest 4K videos are a must-see. Thank you, man. Bruce, can you comment on that line across one of the craters? Jim, more than happy. Thanks again, Leonardo. It means a lot, man. I'm telling you, my stupid smile here, but I'm really appreciative that you guys are all stopping by. Jim, that's an amazing question. The lines on the crater, and so you're seeing the same thing that I'm seeing, in particularly because even exactly in the last two videos, right by Tycho crater, you could see these lines going across the craters. 3 or 4 of them, you could see them. And there's one that's actually going in the ground. You could see them veering off like to go into the ground. I know for a fact, I can't say that. I don't know for a fact. I believe they're constructed. It's something that was left there and forgotten and broken up, or it's something that's deliberately looked to blend in with the surface, like it's ejecta. And you know, that's the scary part, man, because it comes down to if NASA is actually saying that particular story, without accusing anyone, do you see the complicity in that? How everyone's doing like their part in hiding a certain thing. And this is what it comes down to. I believe those lines that are over top of the craters are either lines of, it could be dirt, it could be something that was taken out of the surface and lined up, or it could literally be corridors, right? I often say that, corridors or whatnot, they really can be corridors with gases or people, air, light going through it. We have these interesting setups here like hadron colliders, right? From Spain and France, many kilometers in a circle, smashing, like getting a particle, atom particle, to go at supersonic speeds and to move those over and align them up directly with other elements in matter, and it's producing antimatter and stuff. It's getting pretty creepy. So when you think of that, when you look at the moon and all these mechanisms and stuff, what do look like actual mechanisms, who's saying that there's not an entire, advanced civilization with objects far more advanced than just the CERN or HARP here? It's really interesting, and I believe that hardcore, 100%. Me, for one, if you'd ask me, I would put my hand in the fire. I would sell everything I own and bet on it 100% on the gambling table at a blackjack game that the moon is inhabited. I would bet every single thing I own, all my clothes, and I'd leave the family members their clothes in case I was wrong, but I would throw in my clothes with that. I'm positive the moon is inhabited, very highly complex area. What I don't know is that if the moon, what's the relationship with the moon to Earth? That I don't know. Is it one system, or is it a system that took over Earth and that now is hiding alongside Earth from other planets and galaxies? It's endless. Everything that we could think of is just endless. I could make a movie with it. Anyone could make so many movies about what's going on out there. It's just absolutely incredible. Thanks, Darla, for posting the links. Marty, how many subs now? He's at 569, Darla. He's at 569. He's approaching the 1,000 mark, and that's where I want him to get. at least he will have had 1,000 people interested in the building of an observatory. Which, anyways, you guys know how it is. I posted videos of UFOs that got 2,000 or 3,000 views. So it's not a wonder that Marty making this exceptional building of an observatory is only going to get a few views. But it's only going to last a little bit. Because I'm sharing all these links on my videos too. So he has to be getting some attention. I think a lot of people follow channels and they don't subscribe. So they'll be looking at videos but not necessarily subscribing, right? Or with another thing, Marty, started during the COVID-19 and everything. You have to look at that. He didn't start at the beginning of it, but he's in that. And some channels are like held back or things are being halted. I was expecting a lot more activity because obviously during the COVID, you'd think we're all at home, right? I don't know. Hey, Brad McCartney. Thanks, man. Yes, I've been following Martin's progress. Amazing. Thanks to Leonardo. Wish I could help him if I was a local Arizona guy. Same here, man. Well, I am going to go up and help the guy, but he'll probably will have built everything by the time I get up there. I haven't even talked about this to Marty, but if it wouldn't have been for the coronavirus, I'm starting to wonder next year. I want to explore the States, and I do want to get access near and in Arizona to doing some scientific research there with scopes and stuff like that. So Marty, who knows, maybe next year I'll have some other projects and maybe I can go do some construction with him. Maybe I'll go get construction papers. Maybe I'll go get a green card or a work card to be able to go down to the States because I got a lot of projects I want to do with here and elsewhere. If I was able to leave my home with my equipment and to go travel to those very, very, those areas of the sky where they say that there's a lot of UFOs, maybe I'll be disappointed because leaving here, the skies are filled here with UFOs. I'm really curious as to see what Marty's going to be able to see. Because don't forget, he's going to be keeping up, if he hasn't already done it. I'm not going to spill the beans on anything. But if I have infrared cameras, you can be sure that Marty's going to be equipping himself as we speak. Same thing. Maybe even stronger. The ideal is not to be stronger. The ideal is that he's going to equip himself to be able to do the exact same thing that I'm doing. So imagine all the projects and comparisons we'll be able to do. Me, I'm doing this for you guys, seriously, because I want you to get a bird's eye view of Arizona and Canada. And having access to Marty's work and to Marty's telescope, literally, to ask him to look at certain things, it's going to be pretty exceptional. I think it's going to be pretty exceptional. They're talking about adding paddles. That's some more news. A couple hours ago that we're talking to on that amazing news channel I listen to. There'll be added paddles. Will be added to future Mars and moon rovers because in case they stay stuck in sand traps, right? And let me tell you something. If they're going to be putting paddles on Mars and moon rovers, what else do paddles do? Seriously. They're putting, this was 18 hours ago, the first mention of it, right? So they're putting paddles like a pedalula, like those, oh my gosh, I'm losing my English. The pedal boats, I think they call them, right? The big wheel on it or front or back, whatever. This is what they're going to be doing, putting paddles on the rover, but they say it's for him to get out of the sand. But who says that they're not going to be, looking at the oceans or rivers or whatever there? If there's water and stuff like that, they're going to be looking for fish, they're going to be looking for a whole bunch of stuff. This is how I see it. I see an amazing, something amazing that happened, that maybe the aliens left the moon and are further out now, and that now it's actually maybe UFOs from Earth, from secret projects that are going there. We'll know because we're going to hear of fights, and it always boggles my mind how you never hear Russia putting down NASA or NASA putting down. Yeah, do you notice how there's a complicity? There's like this deal. No matter what the ethnic group, no matter what the country or belief, when it comes to space research, they shut up. There's no talk about NASA not doing legitimate things or anything. You just never bloody hear about it. That's another thing that I find absolutely ridiculous. Astronauts most likely paid to shut up. I mean, there's no two ways about it. That's what I believe. Dirty, rotten imbecile. How's it going, man? Caught you live. Thanks, brother. Nice to see you, man. Love you, bro. The moon is our landlord. Mass Bishop, 100%, man. Totally agree with that. You're damn right. As Bruce, Kathy, the military, CIA work in 16 plus dimensions. SA, thank you very much. Hi again, Laura. Yes, no, absolutely. I believe it. I believe they work in all these different dimensions. And listen, I've even seen some of them, some astronauts from secret projects, whether it be real or not, explaining how when they landed, just like Star Trek, landing in these other dimensions where they're able to port themselves there through portals, but they're not able to drive there. They don't know where they are. So basically there's like certain points or whatever devices they're using, right? Strategically to get to certain points in space and time. And they're doing it. I believe they're doing it. I believe probably thousands died and never came back. What will that do? Maybe we will see an Earthling come back to Earth who said that they were on a secret project in the 60s and that, it's interesting when you think of it. A whole bunch of crap that could be going on. Totally crazy. Joe Green, thank you very much. Ever have you seen some UFOs? They are everywhere. I have Eruda Viorica. Please check out my UFO videos. I have quite a few of them. I caught a UFO fleet once on the moon, and you see groups of some UFOs going by. So you guys check out the videos. Honestly, I think the moon landings were a hoax. Thanks, SA, for sharing that. I believe that too. I believe that they were partly done in the desert and they were partly done in studios. We see the lines that are on the astronauts of the astronaut suits as they're jumping and falling. We can see the strings, right? On certain videos that have come out, people have been talking about that. Things that don't match up, things that don't make any sense. Absolutely 100%. Please show your support and smash that like button. Thank you, Dana, so much. I really appreciate that. Hi, Deidre Baker. Hammer Time, 38 watching, only 19 thumbs up. Oh, you guys are in this today. Thanks, Darla, for being so supportive, Darla. Please smash it for the host. It helps. It does. Time travel must be possible. SA, super interesting. I absolutely believe that it's true. I talk about some of the UFOs looking like they're being teleporting themselves over the surface. Appearing, disappearing, changing areas, appearing and disappearing. I believe it. I definitely believe it. We know these UFOs, if Bob Lazar's reactor story is real, which I believe, he talks about the reactor, right? It's basically a particle accelerator that's in these UFOs. Going down a tube, you have a deflection of a particle, just like the Hadron Collider, just like the CERN, right? That goes out to hit the element 115. Then that one goes down another tube. Antimatter's created when the gases, when the matter and antimatter hit and meet up, create the gases. We're seeing that light around the craft because of it. So people say, Bruce, you can't see UFOs. You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not seeing the UFOs. We're seeing the gases that are reacting around it from the antimatter and accelerator that's inside of these crafts. It's amazing. And I put two and two together at one point, looking at my crafts, looking at what Bob Lazar was saying, and I'm saying, geez, this guy, if he's serious, and why the hell would he not be? He could be wrong. Okay. Some people say he could be wrong. Okay. He could be lying, some say. Of course. This is why it's so hard to know what the truth is, and never it will be known. I don't believe it will ever be known. We only have Bob Lazar's testimonies where he talks about meeting up with this Barry guy in the lab. They were witnesses to the reactor. So basically, Bob Lazar, they hired him to reproduce that reactor, to back engineer. This is what everyone says, to back engineer the crafts. In reality, they didn't have hands-on access to all these crafts. They had certain areas where they'd keep them, suppressed in these bunkers, S4, whatnot. Military personnel would go in and get a testimony from Bob Lazar on his whereabouts in the research. And, he regretted it. Bob Lazar said he regretted having mentioned it because he would have wanted to stay on with the team to understand exactly what the hell was going on and how these reactors were actually made. Because he mentions there's no heat coming from these reactors. And he says everything that exerts a massive spurts of energy, like a craft, like a plane lifting up, like anything, like a bomb, like a nuclear bomb, you have all this excess heat that is created and formed from the pressure, from the pounding of the bombs. But how come these UFO crafts are not doing that? The reactor inside of them is creating gravity. It's just absolutely mind-boggling, near impossible. And he said it himself. It's a technology that is it defies the laws of gravity, basically. No jokes about it. So interesting, I find. USA and Russia play good cop, bad cop. Thanks, Joe Green. I agree with that. All along, since they figured out they can't go to the moon, they are best friends. I think so, Joe Green. I think, and I know so. You're dead on, man. So they come to this understanding. Well, we'll never tell anyone because, Russia said they went. So did the States said they went and all this. Stanley Kubrick making films. Stanley Kubrick was studying all these metaphors and all these videos that he must have been looking at NASA. That would have given him a really easy chance to recreate a fake moon landing video. You guys got to check out American Moon. I shouldn't even be mentioning it here. They'll probably shut me down. But check out the video American Moon. The fake moon landing is in that video. I've never shared it. I tried. I wasn't able to because it doesn't work, the link to share it. And it just basically shows the helicopters in the desert while they were doing the Apollo 69 landing. And you can see the helicopters recreating a whole bunch of scenarios of the landing. And yes, some of those angles, as a cinematographer, I can confirm to you that they were the same angles that were shown to the public in 1969 landing. So there's a lot of controversy on that. A lot of people, even here, some of you don't believe me when I mention that. It's a controversial subject. I get it, but you can't unsee. And I saw what they were doing. I really believe it. I'm a back. Thanks, Bruce, for the mention. My pleasure, man. I'm back. I had to log out and back and trying to donate. An error kept coming up. That's been happening to like a whole lot of people, and I'm really getting concerned for that. I got not true. I got 4 emails last week after the live stream of people saying they tried to contribute $5-10 and they weren't able to do so. So that happens, unfortunately. It's a thought that counts. American AWOL, I still don't believe in aliens or beyond firmament life. Thanks for sharing that, man. You're making me think, though, what's up there? Us? I like that other theory, and that's my other theory too, man. Maybe none of this is alien. I'm with you 100% on this. Maybe every single thing that we're seeing up there is a parallel world from secret projects or breakaway civilizations. I don't think breakaway. I think secret projects. They could very easily, okay, with 10,000 or 20,000 people, have a program to populate the moon and to build an entire embassy on the moon in 60 years, right? What can we build here in 60 years? What could they have built on the moon in 60 years? And if they say that it's even easier to build on the moon because you don't need to, have all these proportions like we have here. In other words, there's a certain limit, right? You're going to build a building as high as you can. If you build it too high, it's going to come crumbling down. We have the gravity effect pulling here on Earth, which I still tend to think the same gravity effect is on the moon. But that's American AWOL. Absolutely. That's interesting. It makes you really think. So yeah, the Comet Swan. It could fizz out. The same thing of what happened with Atlas. And again, there's another satellite near the sun that could be passing through Atlas's tail. I mean, these tails, right, are millions of miles wide. That they're saying. So I don't know. There's gases and a whole bunch of stuff in there, ice. And so yeah, Comet Swan. If it doesn't fizz out, we're going to get a chance, like Atlas, to see it going by the sun. Although I did not see Atlas, but that would be pretty cool being able to see that going by. Absolutely. Yeah, Boeing X-37B space plane classified secret launch tomorrow on May 16th, 2020. The maximum speed of that vehicle is 28,040 kilometers an hour. So what is the X-37B? I believe there's only two that were made. There's one recently that came back after having orbited the Earth for something like a year or 2 years. I don't know how many hundreds of months that it orbited. It's not known what it is or what the reason for that plane is whatsoever. They call it also the OTV, which is the orbital test vehicle, and it's going up tomorrow. There's going to be a launch for it up tomorrow. Some other things happening with satellites this month, this month, there's going to be the 6 I actually wrote it down, hold on, just to get it right. Yeah, the next 6 SkySat satellites. That's another series of satellites that are going to be going up. They're going to fly to lower Earth's orbit. They're going to fly there to lower Earth orbit on SpaceX missions for later this summer to tag along with some other satellites that will be in the constellation of Leo. So that's going to be interesting. So we're going to see some stuff flying around. We're going to see, that's what we're seeing. We're noticing UFOs, we're noticing satellites doing weird and bizarre things. And don't forget, satellites go up into orbit once they're launched out of a Soyuz rocket. They don't stick around in lower Earth orbit and bug us. Nor do they blind us, because they're saying that they're placing all the solar panels away from us. So, because that's the biggest excuse of most people that can't get UFOs. They're saying it's just satellites. Go figure. Artemis program, very interesting. Artemis program to extract and to use space programs to attract other countries for lunar exploration. A whole bunch of people are going to be investing time and effort and money in this, they say. Japan, they're already mentioning that's a part of the Artemis program, or going to be. Don't want to say that in error. I know Japan is interested in the Artemis program, whether they're a part of it yet or not. The activities involved in lunar exploration. Intelsat declares bankruptcy. The second largest satellite company in the world just declared bankruptcy. There's a couple of other things going on. So this is all news that has been coming up this these couple hours online. I think Greys are bio-robots. SA, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Look at it like you want. If they say they have no genitals, as funny as it is, why would a race not have genitals and be just working? Because maybe they're just, like you say, right? What would be the worst thing for them to put on biological robots that are half human or half alien and half robotic? Genitals. As funny as you may think it is, it's going to be in the way. And I mean, in the way with them. Imagine these gray aliens coming down, but, having the emotion that they miss their families, and, they wouldn't be doing these projects or whatever. I think they're droids or whatever. Yeah, I think they're half biological, robots. Absolutely. Robots with real blood in them. I believe that 100%. Scary as hell when you think of it, but so interesting. Yeah, Darla, when you think of it, if they have no genitals, why? They say that in essence they can communicate, and so these supposedly aliens, what the hell's wrong with sorry, 5G's getting to me, guys. That's my new excuse. When I say something retarded, I say it's the 5G. Are we at 5 or 6 now? I think it is 5. But if they don't have genitals, there's definitely a problem. No rapes on the moon, I heard. So that's a good thing, because there's no genitals. But no, seriously, why? Why or how could a race not have genitals? Now I'm going to tell you something even scarier, guys. If I was part of a race with no genitals, how are we going to reproduce? So they're really not reproducing. They're being made, or they're coming here to get our sperm and, using it in biological projects just as, part of the recipe. Why not? Why not? I don't think it's ridiculous. I don't think it's ridiculous at all. It's, you know, you got to wonder. Bruce, your last 2 uploads, I see were as clear as day. Really enjoyed them. Thank you once again. Thanks so much, Craig. 1971, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, they're big uploads. I recorded in 100 frames per second. It was a really big file. Then I grabbed that file and I process it in 60 frames per second and sometimes even 30, because the 60 frames per second upload takes, I think it's an hour per minute. If there's a 1 gig upload is 1 hour upload. So if I have an 8 gig video, it's going to take 8 hours to upload, which is totally ridiculous, but totally worth it, man, because we get good, clear view of the surface. Saw a recent channel, I'm not going to mention him, but he's starting to do some funny techniques to try to get close to the surface. And I noticed he was filming his screen to try to get into the surface. Thank you, Dana. If somebody wanted to know my address, thank you very much. If so, it's where Kobe and all death fakers decided to go. That could be. That's another story I wouldn't even touch me, but yeah. Kobe. There's another story there. Bruce, everything you do is controversial. Yes, it is. Thanks, man. Which is true. It's true, it's all controversial. And it's probably why not many people are that interested in it. It doesn't get out to that many people. I wonder why. YouTube has hidden 90% of the moon landing conspiracy videos. There's the answer. Thanks, man. Absolutely agree with that. Of course they're suppressing me. I believe 100%. And you know, I hope you guys understand. I mean, I try to be as humble as I can. And sometimes I get on here and I say these things that people are like, holy crap, this guy thinks he's all that. And I don't. I was lucky as hell to be able to, yes, Elmer Fudd, to be able to find UFOs. It's not something that's easily done every day. I'm not bragging that I can go out and I can catch UFOs. You have to look at the moon a lot. But when you film for 8 or 9 or 10, 15 hours of footage, you can go back in that footage. You can look into the footage, slow down the footage, and you always see whatever, UFOs, satellites, and a whole bunch of stuff going by. Guaranteed you're not going to see a satellite over the moon. You know why? Because light bends itself. This is an excuse that I've been saying. I've been talking about the bending of light for a little while, but now I'm just going full on with this because it's the biggest secret out there. The recently finding of the camouflage and the vest to be able to bend light around objects. Now we're getting really seriously scary because now we got objects out there that are flying by absolutely invisible because of this bending of light technology. You know when you see an airplane go beside the sun, and just before it starts going over the sun, you tend to see it prolonging the video. You could see it, even though it's in the light, you could still see that plane, and then it disappears. That's because the light is bending around it, and you're not seeing it. That's the same principle of a camouflage vest, the same bloody thing. They're saying also we could hide from aliens by sending laser lights. Like, for example, send a laser light, beam it onto the moon. Well, every time they're going to try to get Earth, they're going to get this refraction of light. Well, that's what's happening on the moon. So who says they're not doing that on the moon? We see light covers all over the moon. It has to be that. Some kind of thing that they're stopping our eyes from getting to the surface by putting all this heavy light on the surface. How else could it be done? There's no other way to hide a surface from another planet except for using light. That's the only way. Or really blending in, make the trees look like buildings and trees, whatever, you know. But we're talking about a gray moon, which they say that there's nothing on it. So how are they going to hide? They're going to use the surface. They're going to maybe even use dirt that's on the surface. If we're getting that reflectivity, that gray look, they're going to grab the earth down there and they're going to put it all over the buildings. And that's literally what we're seeing. We're seeing areas of these big piles, probably about 20, 30 kilometers wide, with of just this jumbled up dirt. It looks like it's just thrown there. They're probably using that to put over everything on the moon, to keep everything the exact way it is. So they can easily leave the moon, right? And to go hover over the moon and to see what it looks like. So anything that's out of place, they can go back onto the surface and fix it. We're starting to be able to do that now. But imagine having not been able to do that before. So they're far more advanced than us on the moon. If they're humans on the moon, American AWOL, if they're humans, they seem to be more advanced. But again, it's speculation. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Bio-robots. Quinn Lee. How's it going, Quinn Lee? I was able to answer everyone today because there's not many people today, actually. A lot less people today. Bruce, do you ever do handlebars on your mustache? Hey, man, you know what? I do it. I used to do it all the time. Everyone hates it. It looks like 1970s porn, right? I love it. Big sunglasses. And I got these big-ass handlebars. I should do that next video. Boy, man, do guys in bars ever hate guys with handlebars, eh? They just want to freaking wreck you. Yeah, I don't know. Darla calls BS. Could be, absolutely. Did you hear about the cats giving other cats COVID? Yep. That could be BS, but there's so much misinformation out there, And I do believe the COVID exists, or let me say it a different way. I believe there's a sickness going on out there that's mutating or getting worse. Is it COVID? I don't know. But there's definitely something out there. But Darla, are they adding misinformation to that? And when I say they, YouTube channels, whatever. Because I got most of my good information on YouTube. Okay? Not from the health organization in the States. I got it from YouTube. Because I appreciate the channels that are doing the work on trying to find out what the COVID is. And what's wrong with Zuckerman or Zuckerberg, what the hell is his name, on Facebook? Do you know that he has access to decide what is information and what is misinformation? How the hell does that work? When Facebook is supposed to be a site where people put any videos, fake videos, real videos, it's always been. But why now are fake videos disturbing people? What is it to people that post the fake videos? I'm not going to jump off a bridge because someone tells me to do so, Carefree, thank you very much, bro. Love you, man. I'm in the Bay of Plenty in New Zealand. Hi, Tina. I'm a crazy Kiwi. It's the 5G, Tina. Do you stay in bed a lot? Strong coughs and staying in bed is all caused by 5G, Tina, they say. Lucky girl living in New Zealand. Must be amazing. Love this channel. Rob in Streatham, thank you very much. Bro, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for following. Keep watching the videos, man. I appreciate it. So hard to get people to come by here. Some new faces and stuff. When I see someone like Rob take the time to tell me they like the videos, thanks so much, man. I have some amazing equipment, and now I have the time to get out and do it. So I'm just trying to get as many videos out as I can. I could get a lot more out, but it would be just bullcrap, right? Because I'm trying to invest some time in showing them properly and everything. Thanks again, Rob, for appreciating it, man. Steph, Istvan, Stephen Adam, hello, thank you. Rob says, hi all. Thanks again, Rob, for stopping by. Thanks for taking the time to check out the work, man. Anna, Carolina, sorry I missed ya. Hi, thanks for stopping by, guys. Got Quinn Lee here. Don't worry about haters, Bruce. We love you. SA, that means a lot, man. I appreciate that. Skywatcher footage. Howdy. Howdy back, brother. Nice to see you here, man. As always. You're the best groundbreaking astronomer to date. Wow, Mask Bishop. Thanks a lot, man. I don't feel I'm the best. I feel that I have this... Well. It means a lot, man. I like the fact that you guys all appreciate the work and stuff like that. I'm doing it just like anyone else that would be doing it. And I'm doing it intensely. I'm doing strong magnifications. All the bullshit. Excuse my words. All the bullcrap of people mentioning that I'm doing all this fake stuff. And still yet no proof. You guys notice that? In 5 years, it's going to be 4 years in August there that I've been doing this research. Very proud of it. Thanks to you all that I'm still here, which is amazing. Before I leave, a big thank you to each and every one of you. And I'm going to be on a bit later too. I'm awake at 5:50 a.m. The tuna is keen. I'm awake early too, Tina, when I'm not in bed at that time. So most of the time I get up at 5 or I go to bed at 5. So when I go to bed at 5 a.m., and that's my limit, I will not make it to 6 because I don't like the birds. The birds and the stars going, the birds and the cars from people going to work. I try to, thanks, Brad. That means a lot, man. Oh, I missed another one here. Hold on. It's my friend Marty. Thanks, bro. It means so much, man. It's too much, bro. Bo chicka wow wow. Says Tina. Tina's funny. I like her attitude. I like her character. Christy Lindsay in the house. The hard-working lady. How's that pepper doing? Thanks, Christy. Nice to see ya. Love ya. And I hope you're hanging in there, Christy. Really hope things are getting easier for you. Why has the Vatican got a telescope? Rob in Streatham, that is an amazing question. And why the hell would he call it Lucifer, right? That's why I said hell. I thought it was a good touch. Why the hell would he call it Lucifer? No, it's true. He calls it Lucifer. And it's one heck of a big telescope, Rob, too. It's apparently it's a telescope that has, all those filters, the infrared telescope, too. It's an infrared telescope. Why would he be using an infrared telescope? It's even worse. How dare the Vatican have a telescope and not be sharing their work? So, like me, it's not, Papa Francesco that is Dominus Vobiscum, that is in front of the telescope operating it. That's for sure. He's definitely not in front of the telescope. So who the heck is operating the Vatican telescope? What door do the people go into to go into the Vatican observatory and telescope? Is it made with a bunch of angels on the walls too, or is it really this, sci-fi tech lab where they're doing infrared astronomy? That's what I believe it is. And we all know that it's there, but nobody talks about what it looks like. And maybe there's some images on it, but I just don't believe it. It's bull crap. Christy said something and then it went up. There it is. Oh, hello, grandson. Hello, Christy's grandson. Thanks for bringing them by, Christy. Way to be, Christy Lindsay. Yes, the moon is very busy, Bruce. Has woken up many with amazing 4K footage. Pettipen 1, thanks. Thanks a lot. That means a lot, you guys. Thank you very much for stopping by. I'm going to be on tonight too, you guys? Washington debate, $3 trillion bill now. Holy crap. Wow. Thanks, Tina. Always strong, Tina. Strong coughs, strong eye. I love your videos. I think I had never seen the moon before this. Anna, Carolina, thank you so much, Anna. That means a lot. And I hope you stick on by and that you continue looking at the videos. The videos are only 4 minutes. I hate that myself. I wish they were longer, but it would take a lot, too much time to upload them. But Anna, thanks very much for appreciating them. I'm going to continue to get more like that. Like this week, Anna, I'll be zooming in really close on some of the craters. And we'll be looking at those lines over the craters, like I think it was American AWOL or SA we were mentioning before. And it'll be pretty trippy. Thanks again, Christy. I got to go to the grocery store, and I so do not want to go. See, Lindsay is in the chat, and thank you from the channel for the donation. Thank you very much, Darla. Chris is very big supporter, all of you guys. I have 2 new patrons that came by. Awesome. Thanks a lot, guys, for the ongoing support. I will be getting a video up on Patreon page. Unique video, like I said at the beginning of this live stream. all the images, every space image of every capture that I've ever gotten is going to be on the Patreon page. And of course, patrons and even some of you people have asked me for the pictures over the years. I really don't mind giving you guys, back free pictures, as many as you want. I've had some bad experiences with that, but no, some of you maybe, don't have enough money to buy big posters and stuff, which my merch store is closed, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew it. Never got paid. So be very careful, those of you starting Teespring merch stores. I never got a cent. My channel just disappeared at one point, and they started asking me these ludicrous questions. This was at the end of 2019. I hadn't made millions, that's for sure. Unfortunately, I think I only had about $390 in that. But I don't know if you guys know it. That's a lot, 390 Canadian dollars for somebody that is selling merchandise out of a new idea like this is really good when you think of it. But it's all thanks to you guys, the contributions and the support you give me here and elsewhere. Coming to like the videos, to watch the videos, head over to Carefree Observatory. That's where I'm going this summer or next year. It'll be projects. Marty and I are going to Area 51 to do some filming there. We'll be going around doing a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of interesting things for you guys. At one point, Marty is going to have a Patreon page. I hope he will be, because now there's a bit of investment is coming in left and right with everything he's investing in. And I think Marty's going to also need a hand, probably. But it's all good. You guys head over and give him some likes and views. That will help him be able to actually monetize the channel. And that will help Marty once he has a monetized channel. So if you're just arriving right now and you don't know who Marty is, it's Carefree Observatory. It's my work partner. And we'll be working together in the coming years, months, and everything coming up. So a great big thank you to everyone. Thanks for the contributions, guys. Brad, everyone, Carefree Observatory. Let's go down the line here. Christy, Dana, thank you, Darla. I appreciate it, guys. I love you all for it. The ongoing support, it means a lot. And I'll be seeing you guys all tonight at the live stream if you guys can make it. And I'll be getting some more videos up for you all. Thank you very much for stopping by. Bye-bye for now, everyone.